Now, Sri Lanka is a country where 51% of the population are women. However, a new study commissioned by the United Nations Population Fund reveals that 90% of Sri Lankan women have endured sexual harassment while being in public transport. Harassment can emerge in any form and can occur in private or public life, between family and friends, or at workplace, in public areas and transportation. Although to the recipient the act is unwelcome, the perpetrator may view it as complimentary, harmless, funny, normal and even flattering. First at Nine's Katrina Chang makes this report on whether legal measures are strong enough to combat the issue of harassment in Sri Lanka and other parts of the world.
This week in Strasbourg, France, European Union lawmakers held a debate on sexual harassment as questions are raised about the EU institution's own record in dealing with allegations of misconduct following a recent article in which female aides to members of the European Parliament alleged they were sexually harassed by politicians. The report prompted the European Parliament to call an emergency debate on the topic to vote on a non-binding resolution on sexual harassment.
Just like millions of other women in the European Union. And I think it's about time that we very clearly say that we should not be ashamed, but that the perpetrators should be ashamed.
1 in every 3 women has been a victim of some sort of physical or sexual violence. But these statistics do not tell enough personal stories. Yes, we have a harassment committee, complaints procedures and what have you, but why have only 10 cases been brought forward since 2014?
We must get better at preventing harassment in the first place, better at encouraging the victims to come forward by giving guarantees that they will not lose their jobs, and better at acting swiftly once the investigation has been completed.
Although it's been almost 3 weeks since the launch of the #MeToo campaign, wounds remain fresh, cuts run deep, as women all over the world continue to raise their voices against sexual harassment. Over the past weeks, in our quest to find why such incidents occur, experts highlighted various factors from mental disorders to lack of education as reasons behind such behavior. While in Europe, legislative measures are being debated in Parliament, what measures must Sri Lanka initiate to combat harassment? Let's begin with the workplace.
When we consider our law established at the moment, really in corporate sectors, we have various type of workers' compensation, but there's no any word or a sentence given any of these way of recovery damages or for the defamations to go for defamations. The women doesn't have any sufficient rules and regulation on those acts. The problem die with them without getting any remedy.
How about protection for women in their day-to-day encounters?
In Sri Lanka, when there's a case filed against a person, take legal action, prosecution should prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. So when it goes to the evidence law, beyond reasonable doubt to prove a case, it's really difficult in this country. It takes time, it gives publicity. Again, second time the lady is harassed. Lady will have to explain that in public.
Now, if there's one thing that is evident about combating the problem of sexual harassment in the country and around the world, it is being able to have a proactive mechanism or a legal approach to take measures in order to combat this issue. If we have no measures, no legal protection or social initiative, what must our first step be in combating this issue?
Main thing is, before we face the practical difficulties, the group of people, the legal draftsman department, the practicing lawyer, some judges whom they handle these type of cases should sit together, discuss together, and see what type of way it has to be, because then only the things will be successful.
You are watching Sri Lanka's premier news channel.